Truth seekers, lovers of light. This is your Oya Transformation daily oracle reading for Friday the 13th, March 13th, 2020. Friday the 13th. I call it a day of new beginnings. And for us right now, it looks like a new level of hype and fear and possible quarantine. And if you're not okay with being with yourself, you're going to learn today. Because people are getting scared. They don't want to touch you. We don't want to touch things. But I think we need to keep up front. Who's in charge of this thing? Turn the TV off. Those of us melanated folks, we don't have to worry about being off grid. We never really were on grid. Just saying. Do your precautions. And don't always believe everything you hear. The universal precautions will never lead you astray. I have been essential personnel, and you can't say, "Oh, that sounds icky. I'm going to stay home." It don't work like that. So if you got a job, you can do that. More power to you. Less bugs to pass around. So that's all I'm going to say about that. My job is to give you a message of hope, a message of encouragement and inspiration in what now looks like troubled times. So, with all that said, let's see. While we're learning to be with ourselves and less stressed and panicked, let's see what is going to be the overall theme as we prepare to keep our families safe and healthy as we get to the other side of this, because this too will pass. This is not the first time there have been plagues, but the children of the Most High survive. So keep your vibrations high. And we got a jumper. And the message for Friday the 13th is let me remember what my purpose is. Child of God, you were created to create the good, the beautiful, and the holy. Do not forget this. Do not forget it. So, the Spirit gave us hope. And it is the responsibility of a child of God to see that hope continues to thrive no matter what is going on in the world. In the world, not of the world. Wipe your surfaces and smile. Try to give somebody some encouragement. Don't get too caught up. Many have lived to die another day. Claim yourself in that number. That's what I plan on doing. So, as Fridays represent new beginnings, the 13th rather, represents new beginnings, let's look at what a 13, which reduces to a 4, comes to tell us. Practicality. Don't spaz. Get your water, get your wipes, let your instincts kick in. Do what you need to survive. Logic and materialism. Okay. Practicality. So you can't exactly just ignore it, but you can't be consumed by it either. You know how much of this stuff you can handle. You still have to prepare yourself. Hope for the best, prepare yourself for the worst. So moving on to the second card, Father, Mother, God, Ancestors. We continue to call on you as we have prayed over this deck of cards in this moment in time, and that I may be used by the Holy Spirit through me, as me, to inspire and to encourage all those who took time out of their busy morning or whenever worked with you for you to take a moment and look for the encouragement of the day. Because I'm sure you can find a whole lot of stuff less encouraging to watch. And it's always going to be about balance. Don't let it take you down. What we have already in our toolbox is the 9 of abundance. Life is wonderful. Bet you forgot. Your hard work and dedication to your dreams will provide you with great peace and contentment. Take time to enjoy quiet moments of reflection and leisure. Well, if they make us stay in the house, there should be no problem doing that. Feel free to buy yourself small luxury gifts. Oranges. Feel free. Oh, no. You've earned the financial security and independence you now enjoy. Okay, that's in the toolbox. That says to me, we got everything we need. We really do. What we don't need is a whole bucket full of fear. So take you a couple drops of it and let them be the impetus you need to move you to do the things that are practical, so that you don't find yourself with your pants down. I found another thing. I don't know if I said this to you because I'm a talker, so I'm running my mouth. So I don't know if I said this to you guys or said it to somebody else, but it's a good time if you have comedies on your movie shelf. If you don't, grab a few. You got a couple good books you've been waiting to dig into. Occupy your mind with positive things. Get your laugh on. Because us folks who are leaning on the spirit of the divine, we can't get caught up too long. We are sensitive people, and it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. You'll wear yourself away from your joy. And what I do know is everything comes to pass. So, we're moving on into the current position. Ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters. What are you reminding us in this current position? In this current position, what I've got, everything's jumping today, is to restore and replenish. Okay. Just saying, take the time out to rest. So, as things are closing and your family is being sent home, it's a good time to do some bonding, to eat some fruit, read a good book, watch some silly movies and laugh, love on your folks if they're there. Because, if we're going to look at it from a practical perspective, right here now, this is a number 11. It's a 2. But if we're going to look at it from a practical perspective, and 2s talk about duality. So you can't be on both sides. They're reminding me you can't be on both sides. But from a practical perspective, we just got this spring forward hour. And I don't know about you, but I've been tired ever since we sprang forward. I didn't spring forward. I kind of fell forward. And I'm going to need a little extra rest. But how replenishing is that rest going to be if you spend it all in worry? Get yourself a good bit of this information about what's going on. And ain't nothing moving fast. Ain't nothing moving fast, because that's what our media does. They bombard us with a whole bunch of the same stuff all day long. And, you know, a lot of times it's subterfuge. Look over here, look over here, look over here. Don't look over there. Over there is where you really need to be looking. So, take this time, sit still, get your peace on, and remember who has the last word. It ain't the government. It ain't COVID-19. You know, how you gonna say, I got a great big God running stuff? I am one with the one. I am one with source. And then run around like a mouse. Those who are one with source are lion-hearted. This is a call to bring your big roar on. This is a call to be a lionheart. You ain't got it in you? Pray for it. Pray. Yeah, Spirit, give you the courage that you need to take care of the things you need to take care of. And be grateful for a break. Breaking the normal. We can get some extra rest. From the most practical space ever. That's what's going on. We get a moment of reprieve. That's, you know, and that is only if you're not essential personnel. And if you are essential personnel, you get to pull on your source energy that much stronger and bond with the people you work with. And that's never a bad thing. You know, in times of crisis is when the human spirit shows its most resilience. You bring your best Jennifer Holiday out. And I'm telling you, I ain't going. She said it the best. Now, yeah. Jennifer Hudson, I give her a strong B+ on it. But we ain't going. That's what it means to be American. And as, you know, I don't know if that song was country or not, but I always loved, I don't even know who sang this song. Proud to be an American, at least I know I'm free. Okay, be proud to be American. That means don't live scared. Live. Because our future's always going to be bright. If you claim it, it's going to be bright. We know how to survive. Spend some time in nature. I don't think you got to wipe the surfaces of a tree. You know? Father, Mother, God, as I ramble through you, Ascended Masters, Holy Spirit, in me as me, Christ light. What are you reminding us of on this Friday, the 13th. Be glad we made it to the weekend. Might actually get a few more days off to rest. I would advise you take your daily dose of news. Don't get all caught up. Go out and hug a tree in your backyard. Find something to make you laugh. Because the other side is a wonderful place to be. But you got to get to go through the middle to get there. So, on our trek to the other side, right side up. That's number 1. It's about individuality. It's about a healthy ego. It's about resourcefulness. Resourcefulness. You better MacGyver on. So, what is right side up? Reminding us as the outcome of knowing as a child of God that you were created to create. Knowing that. Knowing that you deserve contentment and peace despite what's going on around you. Knowing that rest is required right now. Right side up comes to wrap it all up by telling us that, drum roll please. Da, 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 da. It is now safe to unbuckle your seatbelt. Doesn't matter how it looks, you're on the right path. Unseen forces are working behind the scenes, smoothing out the bumps, righting all the injustices, and an apparent blip is nothing but a reminder to pay attention. Are we all over this? Pay attention. And to say thank you. Because, people live in crisis all day long. They got folks that go outside and there's bombs being thrown and folks walking up and down the street, running down the street and with rifles. And we just getting a little taste of bits and pieces of what the world could look like. Give thanks. The scales are tipping in your favor. Everything is coming back into balance. It's time to trust that what goes down must come up. Okay. So my message for today is, if you consider yourself a child of God, be thankful. It's always that you have everything you need. And just for today, we've been provided, that's most of us, provided a time to rest and rejuvenate. That's what I got, loves. Enjoy your Friday. If you're working from home, you can get your little tea and be in your jammies and your slides. You got to go out in it. Our prayers are with you. And we're going to be all right. Because I said we will. God and me.